Hello YouTube friends, welcome to The Last Homely Garden. I'm Kate and I like to make videos about all sorts of things over on my channel The Last Homely House, but on this channel you'll find out all about the things that are happening out in my garden. I have a lovely garden, and last autumn you might remember that I collected a lot of acorns from a tree that my son planted. He stuck an acorn in the ground when he was about 5 years old, and he's in his 30s now, and it's a fantastic oak tree. So I collected a lot of acorns. I'll put a link to that video in the description below this one, and planted them out, about 100 of them. And here I am just checking to see if any of them have sprouted, and not one of them has. Not one. The little bits of vegetation you can see there are weeds. And what I'm looking and looking, and what I find quite surprising is there's no evidence of a rotted acorn either. And so there's bits of weeds and so on, goosegrass and various things, but not a single oak sapling and no evidence of acorns. And I'm stuck. I don't quite know what is happening here. I collected those seeds last autumn. I planted them out here in this raised bed, which is where I'm checking it now, because soon I'm going to want to plant salads and things in here. But there's nothing, and I'm confused, really confused. So let's see if we can investigate this and see what happened. Well, that's really disappointing that there are no acorns from that planting that I did last year. But Jen and Annie, who help me in the garden now, they come sometimes. They've come for the first time this year and helped me, well, tidy up the polytunnel. It looks fantastic. I'll show you in a sec. And in doing that, they found a load of sprouted acorns. And we were puzzled because it looked like a squirrel's hoard that had all grown, but I've never seen a squirrel here at the Last Homely House, Last Homely Garden. I've never seen a squirrel, and so I'm just puzzled as to what could have deposited them there. So what I'm going to do then, they dug them all out for me and put them just temporarily in some soil. And I'm going to pop them up in these little pots again. But I'm not going to put them out in that bed, because something's eaten them. They've been so completely removed. Not even a trace of any. So I tipped out so many because I was kind of hoping that there would be a trace of acorn left in there, but there isn't. Not one single one. Oh, these ones up here, I've already put an acorn in those ones. So I'm going to pot these up. There are quite a few, and I'm going to put these in the polytunnel. I'm going to keep them here in the polytunnel. Now I'll have to go back to that raised bed and get some more soil, because I've just tipped out some really, really decent quality seed compost, which is when I remembered that Annie had left these in the polytunnel for me to deal with, and I thought, well, I'll deal with those first. And so we're going to put them, I'm going to hothouse them, which they really oughtn't to need. Now, the other thing I've done, because the trees there, the oak trees there, acorns, hundreds and hundreds of acorns fell, which is where I collected these from. And so whatever creature it is, I can't imagine it's been a squirrel. I've just never seen a squirrel here. What could it have been? Something that collects nuts, probably ate all of those ones in. But the reason why I don't think they've been eaten is that the soil's not disturbed. It's exactly as I put it in. But if it hasn't been eaten, they haven't rotted away because they're not inside. This is a mystery, and it's a mystery I don't think I'm going to solve. Anyway, I'm making this little video today. The start of this little video is actually Easter, and I am outside here in the polytunnel, and the weather has been, can you hear it now? Rain, snow earlier on today. You're looking at a little picture of the garden covered in, well, a light dusting of snow. And now that that's happened, can you hear it? Oh dear. I think I'm stranded here now. I was going to go and get some more pots full of garden soil rather than use this really decent quality soil, which is somewhere on the floor somewhere in a bag. Really nice soil. I'm not going to use that for these acorns. So I'm going to have to rush in between showers and bring some more of those empty pots back, because I've got, how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need 12 more. But how have these, Annie found them all shooting like this in a corner of the polytunnel, like someone had collected them all together and then forgotten they were there, which is exactly how a lot of these big seeds are spread, by hibernating or not nocturnal, what's the word I mean? Kind of semi-hibernating animals doing this. I'm not going out in this though. So I'll get a tray and I'll fill this tray with these look, they're gorgeous, look at them. The root hairs are there, the shoots just coming. I don't want to use my really gorgeous posh new compost though for these. So like I was just saying, I looked at the base of the tree. Haven't seen a single one sprouting there. I'd quite like to grow some trees from my acorn, my original acorn. I'll go and get the rest of those pots now. I think this has got to be the definition of an optimist, don't you think? There were 100 pots in there, 100 acorns, and I tipped every single one out and inspected every single one really carefully. And never once did I give up hope that there might be either an acorn seedling growing or evidence of an acorn. Nothing. So I'm going to open this up in the comments. Please let me know if you think you know what's gone on here. Let me know in the comments below. So this is where the cucumbers will go, here, and this up here, this is where I'll put my seeds once I do plant them, and I'll put those pots of acorns in there now. But look how clear it looks. Doesn't it look like it's ready for the year ahead? These can go now in the little greenhouses and get looked after there. Well, let's just hope that they make it. I'll make sure they don't dry out. Well, what a difference a couple of days makes. It's about 3 days after I filmed that pouring rain and snow showers and hail and wind. It was Storm Dave that did it. But then the sun came out and it was absolutely glorious. And today is the same. And so there's a job I've been meaning to do now for the longest time. And today's the day. So if you've been here for any length of time, you'll know that I keep bees. Well, I think that period of time has come to an end now, because this is the long hive and there've been no evidence of bees in here whatsoever, none at all. And so even though I've got my little small bee suit on, there was absolutely no need, because there was no evidence of bees or any activity at all. Up this end of the long hive, this is a piece of polystyrene that I put in there for insulation. and you can see that a mouse has been making its nest in here. A former nest, let's say, because there was no one there, so that was nice. And obviously there were no bees around at all, so I didn't need to have my suit on. What a beautiful day, though. Now, this is the top bar hive, which I've had for a long time, and this one pretty much looks after itself, and the bees build all sorts of funky comb in there. And so all sorts of brace comb and funky bits of comb. So there's nothing going on in here either. And so I've emptied them out because there's no reason to keep these now. Nothing's going to come of this at all. It's a shame. It really is a shame, because I have enjoyed keeping bees over the years, but I'm having to think now whether or not I want to carry on and do that. That is what the comb looks like. Isn't that beautiful? The bees build it all like this. It's so structurally fantastic. Well, there's a couple of spring disasters. No acorns, no bees. And I can't leave this video there, can I? What I'm going to do is take you around the garden and show you some of the things that I've been noticing about the early spring, which are successes, which are wonderful things to enjoy at this time of year. So come on, I'll take you around the garden and do that now. First of all, there's all the beautiful new green. This is the spirea, with these gorgeous tiny little leaves that are just coming, and the hawthorn too. The forsythia is just like mental. It's gone really bonkers, hasn't it? It's just fantastic, all that beautiful yellow. The daffodils are all in full go now. And when my little grandchildren were here for the Easter weekend, we went down to the pond, and there I found some frog spawn. It's just wonderful to see the frog spawn and some toad spawn. You can tell the difference between the two, because frog spawn's all sort of clumped in a big ball of jelly with black dots in, and toad spawn is long thin ribbons with the black dots all the way along their length. And so that's been fantastic to see them. So even with a couple of things in the garden that haven't gone quite so well, the bees, the acorns, there's still loads and loads to enjoy. I particularly enjoy the marsh marigolds that are coming into flower all around the pond there. They look great, they really do. Beautiful sunshiny yellow at this time of year. So we're not going to dwell on the things that didn't go well. We're going to look ahead and look forward to. It's coming up for a really busy time in the garden as it wakes up now. Here in the north of England, planting times and garden work is a little bit later than further south or in other zones in the world. I think are we zone 7 or 8, something like that? And so I won't be worried about getting my seeds planted out for quite a while yet. They've got plenty of time to catch up. We can have a hard frost well into May, in fact, and we're only April now. So I'll be planting my seeds soon in my lovely new clean polytunnel, thanks to Jen and Annie. So I'll be doing that. Whoops-a-daisy. Don't knock my coffee out of my hand, please. Lovely thing about this time of year is that when I open the back door, usually the cat just stays inside when it's bad weather. But this time of year, she loves to come outside and have a little look around the garden and enjoy the sunshine like I am. Well, I'm pleased to be ending on a positive note. I'll get back to you soon with some more garden content. I've got a lot of things happening over on the Last Homely House channel, which is just like so many interesting projects going on there, which does limit the amount of time I'm able to spend out in the garden, which is why it's so great to have help in the form of Jen and Annie, and they come when they can. You know, this time of year, maybe once a fortnight, once a week, we'll be building up to help me get this garden flowers and vegetables, and just keep on top of the weeds and all the growth that there'll be. So it's really good to have their help. But for me now, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I don't post to a regular schedule here on the garden channel And so it's a good idea if you put notifications on when you subscribe. That way you won't miss a video when I post one. I number these videos. This one is number 33, so that you can go back and back and back and watch some sort of order if you would like to. There are also playlists, and this will be in a playlist that is, I don't know, polytunnel, bees, I don't know, but there's a playlist list down there for you to have a look at if you would like to. And so I'll link to the video, the autumn video where I was planting the acorns. What a mistake that was. But we've decided, haven't we? We're just going to turn our face to the sunny side, and we're going to enjoy all the wonderful things that there are to come now that we're the other side of Easter and the day length's longer. The equinox has been and gone. The clocks have now gone on to British summertime. I always love it when the clocks say British summertime, because it's got summer in the word. I love it. So I'm going to invite you back next time. I don't know when that will be. And I will thank you very much indeed for watching. But leave your comments in the description, in the comment section below, if you know what's happened with those acorns. Either the ones that failed, or that little hoard that Annie found in the corner of the greenhouse. Anyway, I'm going to sit in the sunshine with my cup of coffee and my cat for a little minute longer, and then I'll pop this video onto YouTube for you to watch. Thanks everyone. Thanks so much. It's going to be another very, very beautiful spring, I think. What do you think? She says yes, I agree. Let's have a look at her rather than me, shall we? So there really is lots to be grateful for, thankful for at this time of year. It's fantastic seeing the garden waking up like it is. I'm particularly loving the those beautiful, what are they called? Marshmallows. So even though we've had a couple of cargo. So even though there have been a couple of things in the garden, the oak. So even with a couple of things in the garden that haven't gone quite so well, the bees, the acorns, there's still loads and loads to enjoy. I particularly enjoy the marsh marigolds that are coming into flower all around the pond there.